No, we should have taken that picture from behind the PA, stuck it right in front of it. See the picture? The frame picture? Stick it right.
The towel.
Or we could do that.
The towel. Hi everyone, I know we're early. Mark's just taking his COVID test before he sits down. Hey Jess. Whoa! I almost went down. You still got a few minutes. Look, Merle Haggard, branded man. That a good-looking man or what? Hey Tom. Hi Susan. Hi Amy. I know you won't make it the whole show. I like this coming on early. Look at Rob Prado already. Look what he wrote. He's consistent.
All right, let's do that.
What?
We can do that.
Every week.
Is that right?
Yeah. Rob, we're only doing all Pink Floyd. Rob has a piece of the wall. Hi everyone. Get this thing working. See, look.
Now you got a little lunch, right?
Hey Jeremy. Hey Mark. Yeah, but I don't want to ruin the real time. You know? The real time. Hey Mark. Hey Jeremy. Oh, I gotta turn this volume down. Hey Mark. Gams Jagger, not Paul. There's no delay on the screen.
So far.
How amazing is that? It's the little things. It's the little things that mean so much. Hi, Laura. I didn't do anything, it just happened. Me and Laura were laughing at some political posts earlier.
Which Laura was that? Alma?
Yeah.
She's finally starting to feel better.
So why isn't this working now? Amy, can you hear that acoustic? 3 Mile Wall, right? I can't hear that. I'm not going to use this. Oh. Did I plug the wrong thing in?
Wasn't plugged in.
I have a lot going on here. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, I'm sorry. I don't know. What was the train song you kept asking for? You know, that's working now, right? No. I'm sorry. Hey, that's why we start early.
Is there a battery in that one?
I mean, I thought it was good, but I guess not. All right.
Cable issue?
No, table's fine. It's good. Battery. Orange Blossom Special, that's it. I love it. I just don't know it. Hi, Jen. Jenny Harvey, I have a great idea. Jimmy's not on yet, is he? Jen, is Infeld on yet? If not, I have a great idea I want to say. I guess it's not real time.
It's off a tick.
Check, 1, 2. Everyone doing all right? All right, Colorado's here. I gotta shut this off. I need that, but I gotta shut it. Go ahead, you stay there. Jenny, don't you want to know my idea? Whew. Everyone okay? Too much light? Sorry. Jackie Ford, you haven't been on in a while. How's things in Florida? This is the first song, by the way, right here. My high school buddy right there, Howard Bressler. Howie. Whew! How could it be so hot already?
The coffee.
Well, hello everyone. Wow. So this show is a bunch of prison and jail songs, and at some point during the show, I was doing some research, and I'm going to tell you some information about some big prisons that maybe all of us maybe didn't know. I mean, I didn't know. Oh, that's right, Sherry. Look, Howie Breslau's here. All right, you guys ready to get started? So, you know, not every song has to do specifically with prison or jail. Some of them have to do with, you know, just being outlaws and stuff like that, and the prison inside your mind. Not really. I wanted to do some of those, but I didn't get a chance to. So that's Mark Pohl right there from out in Sound Beach, Long Island.
You did it? I didn't know you did it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
All right, let's do it.
More of that.
Turn it up.
Oh yeah.
You can put it in here.
Comac representing. Wanted man in California, wanted man in California, wanted man in Kansas City, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Mississippi, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see this wanted man. I might be in Colorado, Georgia by the sea, working for some man who may not know at all who I might be. If you ever see me coming, and you know who I am, hey, don't you breathe it to nobody, cause you know I'm on the lam. Wanted man by Lucy Watson, wanted man by Jeannie Brown, wanted man by Amy Johnson, wanted man in this next town. I've had all that I wanted, of a lot of things I had, and a lot more than I needed were some things that turned out bad. I got sidetracked in El Paso, stopped to get myself a map. I went the wrong way into Juarez with Juanita on my lap. Then I went to sleep in Shreveport, woke up in Abilene, wondering why the hell I'm wanted at some town halfway between. Wanted man in Albuquerque, wanted man in Syracuse, wanted man in Tallahassee, wanted man in Baton Rouge. There's somebody set to grab me anywhere that I might be, and wherever you might look tonight, you might get a glimpse of me. Wanted man in California, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Kansas City, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Mississippi, wanted man in Old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see. All right. Can you hear everything all right? I feel like,
I think so.
I think I have to turn up the vocals or I can't hear it. Is this right in your face?
You want it more in you?
Yeah. I turned it,
That'll be
I
alright.
thought I split it.
No, give it right to you. That's good.
Now you read it, that's okay. Could everyone hear everything all right? Check, 1, 2. Susan, it sounds okay? Wow, I can't believe, on the TV, it's real time. Let's do a little test. When I say 1, 2, 3, someone else write 4 immediately. Okay? Thank you, Laura. 1, 2, 3.
That might just mean they don't know how to count.
No.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. I don't know why it's we have no delay on the TV here, but we have 20 seconds of delay.
Right, more vocals and more guitar. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I sensed that. That was Wanted Man by Johnny Cash.
I think he did all the songs we're doing tonight. I think
Almost.
he has done at one point.
Right. 4, cut it out. It came in a while ago.
I could switch to this now that we know it's not the delay.
Don't mess with it if it's working.
No, I mean, I'll get this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important, you don't think? Because we missed something that's gone.
Go ahead, Nancy, you do that.
It's gotta be too loud, right?
I don't know. Laura said more vocals, more guitar. Laura, you know, Laura's always right.
Warden led a prisoner down the hallway to his doom.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
Sorry.
Yeah, you already gave me the wrong beat. You gave me a waltz in the beginning.
I did?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
but I adapted.
The warden led a prisoner down the hallway to his doom. I stood up, say goodbye, call home the rest.
You want to try it again? Do it again?
I'm doing this song at the end of the night. I do it in my room all the
You know
time.
why? Because the beat goes like this.
All right, do that. All right, Mark just laid it down. The warden led a prisoner down the hallway to his doom. I stood up to say goodbye like all the rest. And I heard him tell the warden the sorry reached my cell. Let my guitar playing friend do my request. Let him sing me back home with a song I used to hear. Make my old memories come alive. Take me away and turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. I recall last Sunday morning, a choir from off the street stopped by to sing a few old gospel songs. And I heard him tell the singers, there's a song my mama sang. Could I hear it once before you move along? Won't you sing me back home with the song I used to hear? Make my old memories come alive and take me away and turn back the years. Sing me back home before I die. bugs flying around here. You saw that thing? See him right on the ledge?
He's all right. Just stay away from my coffee.
You won't eat much?
See, that's why you...
Hi, appreciate everybody being here. There's more and more to do as things are opening up more.
Susan's the best. She's always so complimentary.
Beautiful harmonizing, and that is 100% due to Mark. I do what I do and hope that someone can create something around it. Basically.
Like that bug over there. Look at him. Oh, he's came right at me.
I told you.
He's coming right at
He
me.
got sucked into the air conditioner.
Did he? He's happy now.
Hope it's not a murder hornet. I really hope that. That was Sing Me Back Home Before I Die, written by Merle Haggard, and he wrote it in part about the murderer, Carol Chessman, who Merle was actually in a few prisons. By the time Merle was like roughly 20 years old, he had spent more than half his life in boys' homes and prisons. He had a tattoo here. I meant to research this, but I didn't. It was Prescott School for Boys, but it was like Prescott Institute, and that was his tattoo. But so Merle got to know Carol Chessman, who I thought was a famous murderer, but when I researched it last night, he wasn't. He killed some people, but when he was executed, and Merle got to know him a little bit. So it's not like so much a true story. Like, I don't think the guy said that, but Merle did get to know him, and he did get to know some people on death row.
Summerstein on here?
I don't know.
I heard he spent about 20 years in boys' homes too. There it is.
He did.
Jen's at work, but she wanted to stop and say hi.
Hi, Jen. Hi, Jen. Yes, Merle Haggard was in San Quentin when Johnny played there. And there's no reason for those guys to lie because of everything they've done in their lives. And apparently, Merle approached Johnny later on and said, John, the last time I saw you was at San Quentin. And Johnny said, that's funny, Merle, like I don't remember you being on that show. Because, Carl Perkins was there, the Statler Brothers, the Carter family, I'm sure an opening act. And Merle said, I was in the crowd. I was in the crowd. And seeing Johnny Cash is one of the things that made him get his act together a little bit and decide to go for it. Because he had already, he was a singer and stuff, but he was... I could talk about it for hours, but here's one of the stupid things Merle Haggard did that landed him in prison. Two stupid things. Broke into his neighborhood bar where he hung out and drank, but they're so stupid that they did it while it was open. And they busted through the back window, and the owner was like, Merle, what are you guys doing? And they ran away. And then he called the cops. He wouldn't have called the cops. He thought they were just drunk. And then, this is an article I read in Playboy magazine. You see, some people read the articles. I was just a kid. I did not know who Merle Haggard was, but I remember reading this. Merle said that he was in jail, not like in prison or anything. He had been taken to jail after getting arrested. I don't think it was that time. And while he was there, a cop unlocked his handcuffs and said, I'm not telling you what to do, but there's the door. and Merle ran out, and then they caught him and arrested him for breaking out of jail. Nancy. Hey, if you guys feel like sharing the show, I think you all know how to do it. You could write Roy and Mark Pohl, or you can write Don't Tune In to These Guys, or anything you want.
More songs about prison, Roy.
That's too bad. That is funny, right? I got a million of them. Too much tonight? Too much wine? Good. Early one morning while making the rounds, took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down. Went right home and I went to bed. I slept at 11:44 beneath my head. Got up next morning and I grabbed my gun. Took a shot of cocaine and away I run. Made a good run, but I run too slow. Overtook me down in Juarez, Mexico. Laid in the hot joint, popping some pills. In walked the sheriff from Jericho Hill. He said, Willie Lee, your name is not Jack Brown. You're the dirty hack that shot your woman down. Yes, oh yes, my name is Willie Lee. You got a warrant, why don't you read it to me? I shot her down cause she made me slow. I thought I was her daddy, but she had 5 more. Hey, when I was arrested, I was dressed in black. Put me on a train and they took me back. I had no one to go, my bail is a lap. I dried a carcass in the county jail. Early next morning, about 9:30, I spied the sheriff coming down the line. Hacked and he coughed and he cleared his throat. Come on, you dirty hack, and do the district court. Into that courtroom where my trial began, and I was handled by 12 honest men. It just before the jury started out, saw the little judge commence to look about. In about 5 minutes in walked the man, holding the verdict in his right hand. The verdict read in the first degree. I hollered, Lordy, Lordy, have mercy on me. The judge, he smiled as he picked up his pen. 99 years in that Folsom pen. 99 years underneath the ground. I can't forget the day I shot that bad bitch down. Come on, you better listen unto me. Lay off the whiskey and let that cocaine be. The classic Cocaine Blues, as we discussed on another week, written in 1929. Is that right?
Yeah. 1929.
And if you want to hear something lame, everybody knows, like Eddie Cochran did Come On Everybody, but he also did like a lame version called Let's Get Together, the exact same song, but instead it just goes, woo, let's get together. Well, if you want to hear a lame version, Johnny, I guess, probably just because he wanted to sell more records and he knew that maybe his more conservative crowd might not buy Cocaine Blues, he released the exact same song, but it says Transfusion instead of cocaine.
Transfusion
The
Blues?
Transfusion Blues. It's lame. Did you know that?
No. Should have been Transmission. Make it about cars.
I'm learning a song. I'm not going to do it this week because I just don't know it.
Feeling lucky?
I'm going to try to do it.
Yeah.
I gotta switch guitars though. I'm not enjoying this guitar.
You gotta set it up. You gotta tell a story about this one.
Okay.
Just the title alone. Sounds good. That's right, Nancy says, try it. We're all friends here.
This song is by Merle Haggard and it's called I Made the Prison Band. And, well, you'll hear in it, he's a prisoner and, you know, comes time maybe to get out of there, but he's in the prison band. He doesn't want to leave.
He finally made the band.
He finally made the prison band. I'm hoping that no one knows it, so you have nothing to compare it to, because this is going to be our version of it. Nancy Peppers, you are a character. I like when you were on Becky Lynn's show and she just like sang your name and then said that's a great name. It's like, Nancy Peppers, that's such a good name. I know why I'm not having such a great night. Good, Adam, I'm glad. Yeah, I knew you would do it because we had the same problems last week, and as soon as it came back on, it was set.
Yeah, what a difference this week from last week, where everything that could go wrong, power-wise, Wi-Fi, internet, everything, went kaplooey last week. We're running on all cylinders this week.
Thank you for hanging in there, too. Much appreciated. It got split into 2 sessions, so I responded to the first 300 comments before we got kicked off, and then in the second 500, I got about 200 or 300 through, so I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Now, how does this stupid song go?
It's a straight beat, by the way.
Like that?
Yep.
Really?
Yep, a little bit slower.
Really? Okay. Mark is doing the same thing this week. All right, here's I Made the Prison Band. You could set the tempo, Mark.
1, 2, 3, and...
Nice. Mark, when's the first time you heard this song?
This afternoon.
Deep inside this lonely prison, where the pleasures are so few, where the walls are strong and the days are long and there's nothing new. I learned to play the guitar and I'm doing the best I can. I guess it could be worse, 'cause I made the prison band.
Yeah!
I made the prison band. Yeah, there's old bashful Bill on the doghouse bass, Willie on the steel guitar. He hails from Pongatilla, where they drive a pretty mean bar. And back on the drums, there's Two-Time and Tom, a rim-shot tempo man. The boys call me their singing MC, since I made the prison band. I made the prison band. I've been planning a break since Christmas. I had the details all worked out. but now I know I ain't gonna go, and there's no doubt. I had my tryout Sunday, and the outcome, it changed my plans. I gotta rehearse for the Friday night show since I made the prison band. I made the prison band. There's old Bashful Bill on the doghouse, Willie on the steel guitar. He hails from Ponchatoula, where they drive a pretty mean bar. And back on the drum is Two-Time and Mark, a rim-shot tempo man. The boys call me their singing MC since I made the prison band. I made the prison band. I made the prison band.
How could you not want to do that?
I gotta learn it. I gotta learn it.
Great tune.
That's I Made the Prison Band by Murrow. Woo! I'm gonna, is my brother on? Is Dan Wilson on yet? Ooh. I like that when either Jason or Beth puts up hearts. It comes out, the first thing that shows up is look at that, is a picture of them two. Is my brother on yet? He wanted to hear a certain song. So I'll wait. Oh, there he is. There he is, and he's requesting it. The green, green grass of home. I know everyone's done it, except for one person.
Roy Wilson.
Never. I've never played this song in my life. But I would have to say that in all the times seeing it live, the two that stand out are, without a doubt, I'm trying to think of which one was better, but I can't, was Tom Jones and Jerry Lee. And one time, by the way, that's my brother Dan Wilson there, if you want to say hello. Hey, Dan. One time in my life, hey, Jen, because of Jennifer Howard, because she had to work, she gave me tickets. It wasn't even, tickets weren't needed, it was an invitation only to a PBS American Masters series. I don't know who remembers that, of Jerry Lee, and it wasn't a concert. There were only 150 people, and it was a TV show, so they did some songs over and they stopped some songs, and I thought that was great because you get to see Jerry Lee do the same song. QW. Go like this. Quick wave.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah. You got to see Jerry Lee do the songs 3 times and sometimes. But, so during that song, they were going to do a duet on it. And you can Google this and see it. So they tried to do it as a duet, but Tom Jones is very proper and sings the right words in the right order. And Jerry Lee is not. He makes up his own words, he throws his own name in there, he changes the order. Fiesel! Summerstein and Fiesel both came on at the same time. Bobby Fiesel, my oldest friend, kindergarten, and I have photos to prove it. We were in kindergarten together. That's a sign that someone gave us once when we were playing Turn Down.
Oh, is that right?
Very, very loud, and then like a week later, someone wrote on me or him, I can't remember, Dick. So anyway, they started doing the song and they couldn't get it together. because Jerry Lee just sings it his own way, and he's not gonna teach him the right way at 75 years old. He's been doing the song his whole life. So Kenny Lovelace, one of my guitar heroes, Jerry Lee's musical director, took control, and he said, Jerry Lee, you play it. Played it through. Tom Jones, you play it. Played it through, and now if you Google that video, you'd never know that they did it. It looks like they did it together.
Oh, they edited it together?
Yeah.
Really?
And also, here's something I've never seen. The backup singers in Jerry Lee's band, statuesque, beautiful women, all had their phones out taking pictures of Tom Jones. Sorry, Mark, I'm just trying to get it together.
Yep.
Did I have it?
You're good.
Sharon, the old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me, my mama and papa. Down the road I look, and there runs Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to meet me, arms reaching, smiling sweetly. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. The old house is still standing, so the paint is cracked and dry. And there's that old oak tree that I used to play on. Down the lane I walk with my sweet Mary, hair of gold and lips like cherries. It's good to touch the green, green grass of home. When I awake and I look around me at these four gray walls that surround me, and I realize that I was only dreaming. There's a guard and there's a sad old padre, arm in arm we'll walk at daybreak again. I'll touch the green, green grass of home. Yes, they'll all come to see me in the shade of the old oak tree as they lay me beneath the green, green grass of home. The green, green grass of home. Hey, Jessica, I saw you just log on there. Jen, Jessica is who we went to that Jerry Lee show together. You know, it wasn't Jerry Lee and Tom Jones just. It was Ronnie Wood, Kid Rock, Don Henley. Who's the guy that they bring out in the big chair? Like the big throne, they carry him out. He passed away.
B.B. King?
No, but just like him. Hey, Lou, why aren't you in bed? Who's the guy? You know who I'm talking about? The R&B soul singer. They carry him out whenever he played in a big throne, and then they carried him off. Jen, who is that I'm talking about? I can't remember, but you know who he is. And so they all play.
Teddy Pendergrass?
No. Who's the guy also who did Wicked Games? He was there.
Chris Isaac?
Chris Isaac. And so me and Jessica were there, and Ronnie Wood came out. Of course, we were freaking out. Here's how close we were to the stage. I heard Ronnie Wood's pick on his guitar, and I felt the wind from his amplifier on my face. And then he threw a pick in the crowd. Solomon Burt, that's it. He threw a pick in the crowd, and I got it, and everyone started screaming at me to give it to my girlfriend. They thought Jess was my girlfriend. They're like, give it to her. And then she goes, first of all, he got me into this event, and second of all, he's a guitar player. Shut up. A little late, Summerstein. As usual. Hi, Janet. My cousin-in-law, what are we? My cousin-in-law.
It's my cousin's wife.
Who's that? Janet?
Yeah, cousin-in-law.
Cousins? I guess.
I don't know. I'm calling you my cousin.
We're all cousins.
Jen. That's Janet, Joe's wife. Hi, Michelle DeSimone. I'm just going to leave it at that. He said, Paul, blink twice if you're being held hostage. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I raised a lot of Cain back in my younger days, while Mama used to pray my crops would fail. Now I'm a hunted fugitive with just two ways: outrun the law or spend my life in jail. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home.
Turn around, boy.
I'm lonely, but I can't afford the luxury of having one I love to tag along. She'd only slow me down, and they'd catch up with me. For he who travels fastest goes alone. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm a lonesome fugitive by the one and only Merle Haggard. Gonna show a couple of albums while I got them. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Handsome
Is that
man.
a good looking fella or what? You gotta turn the right way. There we go. Don't mind me. I meant to show this last week. Merle Haggard, My Love Affair with Trains. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we did all train songs last week. And I meant to show this one last week too. Same train, different time. Merle Haggard sings the great songs of Jimmy Rogers. But if you'll notice at the bottom of the page, what do you see there? That's right. See his autograph. Oh, he wrote the year too, 1996. Here's Merle hanging off the end of a train, and it's the song we just did, Lonesome Fugitive. So look at that. Doesn't he look like Warren Beatty a little bit? But again, look. Signed by Merle, and look, it says Roy, thanks, Bonnie Owen. Got some more, show them later. Checking in from the Trader Joe. Becky, your show today was something else, boy. I had stuff to do, but I couldn't get away from it. And then, of course, we had some wackiness. No, Frank, I've showed these already. The wackiness of Becky Lynn's show today reminded me that I want to tell you that someone requested a song about a couple of weeks ago. And, hey Mitch, listen to this. Someone requested a song a couple of weeks ago, and when I didn't play it, like he requested it one day, and when I didn't play it the next day, he cursed me out through emails, a couple of F-bombs. Oh man!
What was the song?
I don't want to say because it might give it away because it might affect somebody who watches. So it's so funny.
You know, the fans will turn on you like.
Susan, I saw you on there. Liz Parasotto.
Hey now.
All of that was my fault. Sorry, everyone. I apologize. Micah.
Jeff, it's a Amelia Earhart suitcase, which was in my basement for 30 years. And I had a library gig, and I couldn't bring a drum set, so I made this into a suitcase bass drum based upon what all the kids were doing on the internet, and it seems to work out pretty good.
Gene wouldn't let you bring a bass drum?
No, he's very particular. But it actually works, so
Folks, what about Mitch Polzak's show?
that guy's something else.
I know. He keeps me up past my bedtime. The other day, right here, in fact, Mitch, I was watching that, and I was setting this up. That was last night. Mitch goes, Is Roy still out? Is Roy still out there? I forget what he was even asking about. And I was like, I'm right here. I'm drinking coffee. It was like 1 a.m. Don't worry, Liz. We'll start all over. Hey, Becky Lynn, what are you getting online at Trader Joe's? Any veggies? Lingo, come on up here, man.
We can put Lingo right here, right?
No, I'll reconfigure. I'll get this out of here. I'll move the couch downstairs. Woo! Mitch's show was so good last night. When it started out, it was just going to be an hour of banjo weeks ago. Months ago now. And now it's a 3-hour show at minimum every time. Everybody gotta sing this. On a Monday, I was arrested. On a Tuesday, they locked me in the jail. On a Wednesday, my trial was attested. On a Thursday, they said guilty and the trouble gathered fell. I got stripes around my shoulders. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder, and them chains, they're about to drag me down. On a Monday, got my striped breeches. On a Tuesday, got my ball and chain. On a Wednesday, I'm working digging ditches. On a Thursday, I'm begging not to knock me down again. I got stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder, and them chains, about to drag me down. On a Monday, my mama come to see me. On a Tuesday, they caught me with a file. On a Wednesday, I'm down in solitary. And on Thursday, I stolen bread and water for a while. I got stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. I got stripes around my shoulder, and them chains, they about to drag me down. I got stripes around my shoulder. I got chains around my feet. And I got stripes around my shoulder, and them chains, they're about to drag me down. Thank you. I got stripes. I meant to give you a little notation that it slows down at the end. Hey everybody, if no one minds sharing the show, which we know is in the bottom left-hand corner, right there where it says share, and you just kind of, well, I'll do it. Can I do it? Can you do it while you're playing? Oh yeah, so there it says, I'm just going to write a post. Oh, I guess I can't do it while I'm playing. Oh yeah, I'm just going to write, check us out. Check us out now. I just shared my own show. So thank you, everybody. That was I Got Stripes. So far, I just wanted you to know that I made the prison band, Green Green Grass Up Home, I Got Stripes, are songs that I have never in my life played before. Of course, I know them. That's not the way you spell Fiesel, and you know that. He was just on here. Last year I was watching the Yankee game, just enjoying myself, and all of a sudden I look up and I got to see Summerstein on the TV.
Nobody wants that.
I see Mark Arnold. I got to make a little music with Mark Arnold last week at Johnny Geffner's house. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, You're taking over as the official funniest person. I don't know, Christine, but Christine got busy, so she cracked me up though. When we were saying Charlotte was pregnant, and I said, "What are some different words for pregnant?" She said, "She's in a family way." I don't know why, that just made me laugh.
It's so old school.
Watch party is okay, but we can't see the people in the watch party, so I can't talk to them. But I hope you do, so you keep talking to them.
Nancy Peppers, she knows what she's doing. Guinness and JD.
Nancy does. She does know what she's doing. Don't take her to Home Depot, though. Nancy, what happens if you go to Home Depot? She's not allowed to go there.
What happened? There's a story?
Tanya, offended? Come on, I could take it. I'm going to tune this thing up. Frank, what did you say is the official color of this? Aspen green? Beth, we know that this color of this is not aspen green. Beth, you know what it is. Her hubby won't let her go. Everyone hits on her. And something being around all those pipes and lumber, it gets men's testosterone flowing.
Power tools, I think. That's what does it. Power tools, every time.
So Nancy, here's the idea I had for
Aspen
James's show. James is too nice. I hope he's not on. I don't want him to hear this. That's right, Beth. Mood ring guitar. James is too nice to ever ask for any money or donations. So I think that he should do a show, not on Facebook, maybe on his website or YouTube or something. He should do a concert. James Infeld should do a concert that the only way you can view it is by buying a ticket, whether it's $10, $15, $20, whatever it may be. Because he's way too kind. He plays for hours. He gives everybody everything that they want. He never asks for a dime. So I think that we should do that to make some money for him. Do any James Infeld fans agree with that? If he's listening, he's probably going to be like, I agree with that. Summerstein is a song by Stonewall Jackson.
Why are you laughing? You know,
I know the story.
Still alive. Check 1, 2. I've got a sad, sad story that I don't like to tell. I had a home and family when they locked me in this cell. I've been here 18 years, a long, long time I know. But time don't mean a thing to me, 'cause I've got life to go. Well, I went downtown late one night where the lights were bright. I gotta start it over. I'm sorry. I wrote the pattern out wrong there. I'm sorry, Mark.
You have to apologize to me.
Here we go. Life to go. I've got a sad, sad story, friend, that I don't like to tell. I had a home and family when they locked me in their cell. I've been in here 18 years, a long, long time, I know. But time don't mean a thing to me, I've got life to go. Well, I went one night where the lights were bright, just to see what I could see. I met up with an old friend who just thought the world of me. He bought me drinks and he took me to every honky-tonk in town. Then words were said and now he's dead. I just had to bring him down. It's been a long, long time now since I've heard from my wife. I know I'd be there with her yet if I hadn't used a knife. I bet this little girl of mine don't realize or know her daddy's been here 18 years and still got life to go. I bet there's not one man in here that's spent this long in jail. I'll be here in this prison till my body's just a shell. I can't be free to go and see the one that I love so. I've been in here 18 years, still have life to go. Yes, I still have life to go. I still have life to go. Life to go.
It's a sad, sad song
Couldn't get that.
by a guy who really has nothing to be sad about, from what I've
I
heard.
couldn't hit that. I couldn't hit that note. Okay. I want to tell you. I want to talk to you for a minute.
You know, Roy, you make a mean cup of coffee.
Thank you very much. I take pride in that. So, May 11th, 1965, Johnny Cash finishes playing a show in Mississippi. This is when Johnny Cash was pretty wild.
Turn that down a little bit.
Finishes the show, and
What's that ringing shit?
so after the gig, he went out. He found a party at a college, and he gave one guy there his jacket. He just said, "Here, take this jacket." And then he found another party, and then it was pretty late. He says 2 in the morning, but apparently it was 5. It was 5 in the morning, and he was walking along. He was going to buy some cigarettes, and according to him, he was picking some flowers, and he got arrested. And they said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm just picking flowers here," and you know, it didn't work out that well for him. He didn't get treated too well. They didn't really care who he was, so he wrote a really great song. And when I finish the song, I want to tell you some stuff that I learned today about it. What was the first song we did tonight?
Wanted Man.
Did Tanya want to hear that?
I think she asked, did she miss Folsom?
Yeah, Tanya, you didn't miss Folsom.
We're doing that one?
We're doing stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been practicing this one.
Right.
So it is the song, you know, if there's anybody out there in the world that you want to get back at, you know, that you feel like you weren't treated right. So this is this is the song for them. And for Johnny Cash, he wants to get back to the police and the people in Starkville, Mississippi that took $36 from him. And as he said, for picking flowers, no telling what they'll do if you're pulling apple. Well, I left my motel room down at the Starkville Motel. The town had gone to sleep, and I was feeling fairly well. I strolled along the sidewalk, neath the sweet magnolia trees. I was whistling, picking flowers, swinging in the southern breeze. I found myself surrounded. One policeman said, "That's him. Come along, wildflower child, don't you know it's 2 a.m. They're bound to get you, 'cause they got a curfew, and you go to the Starkville City Jail." Well, they threw me in the car and started driving into town. I said, "What the hell did I do?" He said, "Oh, shut up and sit down." Well, they emptied out my pockets, took my pills and my guitar picks. I said, "Wait, my name is..." "Hey, shut up!" I sure was in a fix. The sergeant put me in a cell, then he went home for the night. I said, "Come back here, you so-and-so. I ain't being treated right, 'cause they're bound to get you. Well, they got a curfew, and you go to the Starkville City Jail." I started pacing back and forth, and now and then I'd yell. I kicked my $40 shoes upon the steel door of my cell. I'd walk a while and kick a while, and all night no one came. But then I sadly remembered they didn't even take my name. At 8 a.m. they let me out. I said, "Give me them things of mine." They give me a sneer and a guitar pick and a yeller dandelion, 'cause they're bound to get you. Well, they got a curfew, and you go. Uh-oh, it seemed like maybe we lost people. I just said trying to reconnect. Did you guys hear Starkville City Jail? So, are we on right now? I think we are. We're hooked up to the TV, and the TV just said trying to reconnect. What is people saying? Sorry?
We missed something.
Okay, so here's what I learned about Starkville City Jail. Johnny said he was charged with public drunkenness after being caught in a local resident's garden picking flowers. I reached down and picked a dandelion here and a daisy there as I went along, and his car pulled up. He spent the night in the jail, and later he wrote Starkville City Jail. Apparently, he shared the cell that night with a 15-year-old guy named Smokey Evans. And after kicking the cell wall so hard that he broke his toe, Cash took off his shoes and he gave them to the 15-year-old. Here's a souvenir. I'm Johnny Cash. He first debuted at San Quentin in '69. And this is exactly what he said. And then there's still more to the story because it's so good. This is a quote. This is the quote from Johnny that's on the record. "You wouldn't believe it. One night I got in Starkville, Mississippi. I got in jail in Starkville, Mississippi for picking flowers. I was walking down the street and going to get cigarettes or something. About 2 in the morning after a show, I think it was. Anyway, I reached down and picked a dandelion here and a daisy there as I went along, and his car pulled up. He said, 'Get the hell in here, boy. What are you doing?' I said, 'I'm just picking flowers.' Well, $36 for picking flowers and the night in jail. You can't hardly win, can you? No telling what they'll do to you if you pick an apple. I'd like to get back at the fella down in Starkville, Mississippi that still has my $36. So, then this is what I found out today. November 5th, 2007, the town of Starkville, Mississippi pardons Johnny Cash at a yearly event now they call the Flower Picking Festival. Johnny Cash finally got a break in Starkville, Mississippi 40 years ago, so this is 53 years ago now. He had one of his celebrated brushes with the law. Okay. In 2007, they symbolically pardoned him. The ceremony took place as part of a 3-day Johnny Cash flower picking festival. It's named after Cash's defense. He reportedly told the arresting officers he was just picking flowers. So there is no Starkville City Jail. Cash was actually in the Oktibbeha County Jail.
What?
And after Johnny died, Robbie Ward, a longtime friend, wanted to do something to remember him. So he got together with the mayor and the sheriff, and they put together this festival. And Cash's pardon was symbolic because technically he paid his debt to society when he posted the $36. His daughter Kathy spent the first part of the weekend joking that she'd really come back to town just to get the money. And then the president of the Board of Supervisors gave her the $36 back. In addition to Johnny's daughter Kathy, his sister Joanne was there, and she said the whole family was touched that the city had gone to see it. So Marty Stewart was one of the ones who arranged this whole thing. And Marty said how's this, Mitch? How's this for a line? There's two kinds of people on earth. Those who love Johnny Cash and those who will. Somewhere along the way in life, those words, those songs, and that voice, they're going to touch your heart somewhere. In much the same way as Cash's life story, says festival director Robbie Ward, we all make mistakes, but like his hero, he says the festival is really about what we do afterwards. So that's the complete story so far of the Starkville City Jail. I feel like doing it again right now. Let's do it. Well, I left my motel room down at the Starkville City Jail. Town had gone to sleep and I was feeling fairly well. I strolled along the sidewalk beneath the sweet magnolia trees. I was whistling, picking flowers, swinging in the summer breeze. I found myself surrounded. One policeman said, "That's him. Come along, wildflower child. Don't you know it's 2 a.m. They're bound to get you, 'cause they got a curfew. And you go to the Starkville City Jail." Well, they threw me in the car and started driving into town. I said, "What the hell did I do?" They said, "Shut up and sit down." Well, I emptied out my pockets, took my pills and my guitar picks. I said, "Wait, my name is..." "Hey, shut up." I sure was in a fix. The sergeant put me in a cell and then he went on for the night. I said, "Come back here, you so-and-so, I ain't being treated right. They're bound to get you, 'cause they got a curfew. And you go to the Starkville City Jail." I started pacing back and forth. Now and then I'd yell and kick my $48 shoes up on the steel floor of my cell. I'd walk a while and cuss a while, and all night nobody came. Then I sadly remembered they didn't even take my name. At 8 a.m. they let me out. I said, "Give me them things of mine." They gave me a sneer and a guitar pick and a yeller dandelion. But they're bound to get you, 'cause they got a curfew. And you go to the Starkville City Jail. Go to the Starkville City Jail. Yeah! Woo!
That was the 45 version.
Another song I've never played in my life. The Starkville City Jail. Woo! All right, everybody. You guys having fun at prison night? Well, this song is about some... Look at Tanya. That's so great. It actually looks like him. Tanya, I like that picture of you. It's very seductive. Post some more stuff so we can look at those pictures of you. Nancy Peppers, too. Who's that? That looks like Marty Stewart may be in the picture with you there. It's hard to tell. That could be your husband. I really don't know. There's Mel and Adam in their picture. See, we got it on the TV now, so it's big. We can see everything. Whoa. Look at these beautiful women right there. Look at Susan Schupo and her picture. Liz. Look at Tanya. Keep posting, Tanya, so we can get inspiration and look at those pictures of you.
Liz is loving prison night.
You are?
Loving it.
So these people never quite made it to prison.
The subject of this next song?
I don't want to give it away. Mitch, how is the mix?
I think they could probably use more guitar. I always like more guitar.
Mitch will tell me the truth. That's what I like about him. He'll tell me the truth even if it's not good.
He's going to tell us to stop playing.
We had a lot of requests, but we're going to keep playing anyway. It is.
Oh, that was Marty Stewart.
It is Marty. More bass.
It's a bass player. Bradley.
They never made it to jail.
All right, Susan.
Bonnie was a waitress in a small cafe. Clyde Barrow was around her that took her away. They both robbed and stealed until both of them died. So goes the legend of Bonnie and Clyde. The poems that she wrote of the life that they led, told of the lawmen left dying or dead. Some say that Clyde made her life a shame, but legend had Bonnie the head of the game. Their rampage grew wilder with each passing day. The yards growing smaller with each getaway. With the end growing closer, the harder they fought. With blood on their hands, they were bound to get caught. She drove back from town on one bright summer day, when a man they befriended stepped into the way. With no thought of dying, they pulled to the side, but death lay there waiting for Bonnie and Clyde. 2 years of running was ended that day. For robbing and killing, they both had to pay. But we'll always remember how they lived and died. So goes the legend of Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde. The legend of Bonnie and Clyde. How could you not think of Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway? Let me rephrase that. How could you not think of Faye Dunaway? That's The Legend of Bonnie and Clyde by Merle Haggard. Not positive. Maybe someone could look it up. He may have written that for the movie. I'm actually not positive. But back in those days, not the Bonnie and Clyde days, the days of the movie coming out, Merle and Warren Beatty looked very, very similar. Two good-looking fellers. Two smart fellers.
Just like us.
We're fart smellers.
I had to give Susan a little cowbell, a little taste of cowbell, because, you know, she's got the fever.
Of course you would know that, Mitch Polzak. I'm going to be a special guest on your show. I'm not even going to tell you. I'm going to come to the back door. I've never been there. Mitch, I've never been in your back door. I'm going to come around to the back and I'm going to peek in the window when you're doing your show. And Marlene's just going to start laughing when she sees me. Check, 1, 2. All right.
Susan, say hi to Rob for us. Please.
This song came out in 1957. It was the B-side of the Home of the Blues. Home of the Blues reached number 3. This song reached number 13. I found him by the railroad tracks this morning. I could see that he was almost dead. I knelt down beside him and I listened just to hear the words the dying fella said. Said they let me out of prison down in Frisco. 10 long years I paid for what I've done. I was trying to get back to Louisiana just to see my Rose and get to know my son. Give my love to Rose, please won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy his daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. Boy, I could really use a banjo solo. Tell them I said thanks for waiting for me. Tell my boy to help his mom at home. Tell my Rose to try to find another. It ain't right, she should be alone. Mister, here's a bag with all my money. Won't last them long the way it goes. God bless you for finding me this morning. Now don't forget to give my love to Rose. Give my love to Rose, please, won't you, mister? Take her all my money, tell her buy some pretty clothes. Tell my boy his daddy's so proud of him. And don't forget to give my love to Rose. No, don't forget to give my love to Rose. Elena, don't cry. Or do. Crying's not bad. Crying is necessary sometimes. I mean, if that song didn't make you cry, what would? But how is he proud of his son if he doesn't really know him?
You know, it's...
Hey, what about in Life to Go? How can he have a young daughter if he's been in there 18 years? Did they have conjugal visits back then, or what? I don't know, man. Well, being at Stonewall, you know, no one would cheat on him because of his purpose.
Special purpose.
Give my love to Rose, Johnny Cash. If music hasn't moved you to tears, I feel sorry for you in certain ways. Music often moves me to tears, and not only sad, sometimes literal tears of joy. Sometimes live, sometimes I'll be driving in my car, sometimes it'll remind me of someone, sometimes it'll remind me of just the past, of time passing by, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sherry Hockstedt, how do you know that they had conjugal visits back in 1957? Hey, I want to show an album or two. I want to show you the 3 albums. These are the 3 albums that got me into this kind of music. I took these from my parents. You did not have to like country music to have these 3 albums. And these are the actual albums too. Of course. Look at that. Everyone, people just had this album. You didn't have to like country music. And this next one, which I think is going to lead to the next song we're going to play. Rest in peace, one of my early heroes, Trini Lopez, just passed away yesterday. I didn't fling them. Look, this ain't fling. Gonna throw the albums.
You haven't done that, have you, before?
You kidding or not? You serious or not?
No.
Oh. But yeah, but they think it, they don't go very far.
How about, here, watch this, let's see.
Nancy, for real? So, Mark, I only knew you were texting because I looked at the TV.
Here, why?
Yeah, so Trini Lopez was a really popular folk artist in the 60s and 70s, and he just passed away, and he was really great.
Let's see. Did it work? I tried to comment.
Paula Rossi. Hi, Paula. Mark Pohl commented, no wonder what you were doing. Paula's my ex-roommate, housemate. We lived together in 1985, I think, I want to say, 84 or 5.
What's the tempo of this one?
When I was just a lad of 10, my father said to me, come here and take a lesson from the lovely lemon tree. Don't put your faith in... Alright, gotta start all over. Sorry.
Wait, hold on a second. Bring it
That was
this.
good though.
That's the right beat.
That's it?
Yeah, man.
Maybe a hand faster.
That's the right beat though, yeah. Just
Get a hand. By the way, the guitar can still come up. I think the guitar can still come up a
I'm
little bit.
unsure of the song, so I'm
playing tentatively. Go ahead though.
1, 2, 3.
When I was just a lad of 10, my father said to me, come here and take a lesson from the lovely lemon tree. Don't put your faith in love, my boy, my father said to me. I fear you'll find that love is like the lovely lemon tree. Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. But the fruit of the poor lemon is impossible to eat. Beneath the lemon tree one day, my love and I did lie. A girl so sweet that when she smiled, the stars rose in her eyes. We passed that summer lost in love beneath the lemon tree. The music of her laughter hid my father's word to me. Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. But the fruit of the poor lemon is impossible to eat. Whee! One day she left without a word, and then she took the sun. And in the dark she left behind, I knew what she had done. She left me for another, a common tale but true. A sad man but the wiser now, I'll sing these words to you. Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. But the fruit of a poor lemon is impossible to eat. Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flower is sweet. But the fruit of the poor lemon is impossible to eat. We got off track a little bit. We had to do a little tribute to Trini Lopez, one of my early heroes. I used to run around the house singing Puff the Magic Dragon and ooh, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. He did all of those songs. Woo. Harold Alexander. You know, I never tell Jimmy this. I think I said it on the first show. By the way, Harold tuning in from the Netherlands. So 5-6 hours, 4:30 in the morning there. What a great name. Is that a great name? Harold Alexander.
I thought you were going to say Trini Lopez.
Trini Lopez is a cool name too. Harold Alexander. I love that name. I've told Jimmy that a couple of times, but now you're actually on the show, and I'm honored that you're here. So that's a beautiful name. Thank you for tuning in from the Netherlands. I was in Amsterdam 2 years ago. Had a great time. I was only there for about 3 or 4 days, but everywhere I went in Europe, Paris and Prague and Switzerland, Amsterdam was my favorite. Hey Melanie, this is great. We got Canada. We're going to start speaking French. I just mentioned France. Trouble hitting this note tonight. Sorry, everybody. What are you talking about? The King, you.
He wants Starship Trooper. Are we doing that?
What are you guys talking about? Becky Lynn, what did you buy at Whole Foods or at Trader Joe's? What's up there, Colorado Mike? What'd you buy at Trader Joe's? How's Patrick? No, what's the name of your mushroom? Not Patrick. Walter? I know he has an amazing name. I fear that he may have gotten eaten last night, but what's the name of your... Has anyone ever said that to anyone else before?
Yes, Stormy Dangle said it to...
Has anyone ever said, Becky, what's the name of your mushroom? I was riding number 9, heading south from Caroline. I heard that long rock and roll some whistle blow. Got in trouble, had to roam. Left my gal and left my home. I heard that low, whistle blow. Just a kid acting smart. I went and broke my darling's heart. I guess I was too young to know. They took me off the Georgia main, locked me to a ball and chain. I heard that long whistle blow. All alone, I bear the shame. I'm a number, not a name. I heard that low whistle blow. All I do is sit and cry when that evening train goes by. I heard that low whistle blow. I'll be locked here in this cell till my body's just a shell and my hair turns whiter than snow. I'll never see that gal of mine. Lord, I'm in Georgia doing time. I heard that long whistle blow. If you message me during the show or text me, it comes up on the screen. Just want to let you know that. Sometimes it doesn't go away. Hello, Deborah Watson, newcomer. That's a cool name too. What a great name. People have great names on this show. But Harold Alexander, that one's good. That was the Hank Williams classic. I heard that low, some whistle blow. You want to do this?
Sure. We could do anything. We did Trini Lopez.
Till my body shot to hell.
Say, Roy, can you do an Elvis song for Harold?
Okay, we're doing old prison songs tonight, but, you know, I haven't seen Harold on here, and he's all the way from the Netherlands, and it's very early in the morning. So we're going to quickly do this Elvis song from the Something for Everyone album, and this is In Your Arms. Well, the way I feel tonight, you better wrap me up good and tight. In your arms, in your arms, in your arms, in your arms. Like a bee in a honeycomb, gonna make myself right at home. In your arms, in your arms, in your arms, your arms. Well, it don't take much to keep me satisfied. A little bit of love and that's a bona fide. Your arms keep me tangled up all the time, like I'm hitting with a ball of twine. Well, baby, that's where I wanna stay for the rest of my natural days. In your arms, your arms, in your arms, your arms, in your arms, your arms, in your arms, your arms. Well, I said in your arms, your arms, in your arms. Yeah, we already did Green, Green Grass of Home.
I think we'll zip ahead to that one that Mitch just requested.
What did he ask for? All right.
Thank you, Harold, for requesting that. Mike, believe it or not, I know this is gonna sound weird. I don't know Mama Tried. How weird is that? But I do know, 7,000 songs, so, you're allowed to pass one by every once in a while.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do that again.
1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
Walked to a party in the county jail. When down there they began to wail. Drum jumping and the bands will swing. Should have heard them knocked out jailbirds sing and rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Spotty Murphy blowing tenor saxophone. Little Joey blowing on the slide trombone. Drummer boy from Illinois, crash boom band. Go rhythm second with a purple gang. Let's rock. Body, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Number 47 said the number 3. You the cutest dresser I ever did see. Don't be delighted with your company. Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me. Let's ride. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Sad sack seats on the stock of stone. Way over in the corner weeping all alone. Won't anybody, don't you be no square. Can't find a part to use a wood with a chair. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. Shifty hit system to heaven say. The one looking at the chance to make a break. But they turned to Shifty and he said, Nick, I wanna dig around, I wanna get my kick. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the wholesale block was dancing to the jailhouse rock. 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 Woo!
Thought you were gonna blow your voice out on that one.
That one's not good for me. Ooh.
Does anyone remember fitting in their jeans? Who's worn
Chris
jeans?
Lamar said, does anyone remember laughter like the
Zeppelin.
So someone is requesting to be in my video, and I don't know who that is, so I'm gonna have to say no. But whoever you are, contact me later, and I'd like to know how to do that. Because this way we can have Mitch just pop in while he's showering.
So I think we'll just switch around.
Yep, whatever you want to do. Roy, it's your show.
Mitch Polzak, this song goes out to you. This goes out to Mitch Polzak. Inside the walls of prison, my body may be, but the Lord has set my soul free. There's a gray stone chapel here at Folsom, a house of worship in this den of sin. You wouldn't think that God had a place here at Folsom, but He saved the soul of many lost men. Now this gray stone chapel here at Folsom stands 100 years old made of granite rock. It takes a ring of keys to move here at Folsom, but the door to the house of God is never locked. Inside the walls of prison, my body may be, but the Lord has set my soul free. There are men here at Folsom don't even worship. There are men here that scoff at the ones who pray. But I've got down on my knees in that grey stone chapel, and I thank the Lord for helping me every day. Now this grey stone chapel here at Folsom, it has a touch of God's hand in every stone. It's a flower of light in a field of darkness, and it's giving me the strength to carry on. Inside this wall of prison, my body may be, but the Lord has set my soul free. Inside the walls of prison, my body may be, but the Lord has set my soul free. So, in case people don't know that song or the history of it, it's written by Glenn Shirley, who was an inmate at Folsom, and I think it was a pastor or one of the clergy gave Johnny the lyrics to that song the day before he played at Folsom, and he worked it out, and he did it, and it went on to be a hit, and Johnny took an interest in his life and he helped him in his life, and Glenn Shirley got out of prison, and unfortunately he wasn't cut out for the outside world, and he went back to prison, and he got out again, and unfortunately he committed suicide when he was only 42 years old. But he did put out an album, I think maybe even two, and that's Glenn Shirley. You could look up his name. It's Sherley. So, hey, speaking of, I see Mickey on here. Mickey and Mike, happy anniversary, 20th anniversary. Not, I don't think like marriage anniversary, but since they met. 20 years since Mickey and Mike met. Mike plays bass in the Buzzards a lot. And Mickey is just a great person. That's right. I'm getting a little hoarse. Hey, you guys feel like sharing the show? Why don't you share it? Bottom left corner. I'm going to share it again. I just found out that I can do it. I'm going to say, check us out. Is that what I said last time?
I think so.
Oh, no. I'm just going to say check. I just shared it. Becky Lynn. Hey, Becky, you know what's cool? For some reason on your show, when I share it, above my name it says sharer. How do I do that? Is that something I did, or is that something you did? How can I get that setting? This song is the first million seller by a country artist. And yeah, but it's automatic, but look, it doesn't do it when it's not doing it for you, it's not doing it for anyone. So why does it only happen on yours? I like it. Jimmy, did you hear my suggestion? Infeld's working on songs for his Elvis show tomorrow.
That's going to be awesome.
That means he's drinking. No? I think maybe we won't do this song. I don't know, maybe it will. I don't know. This is the Prisoner song. Vernon Dalhart. Oh, I wish I had someone to love me, someone to call me their own. Oh, I wish I had someone to live with, 'cause I'm tired of living all alone. I'm going to come back to that one later on, not today. But, you know, it's getting late. You guys have been hanging in there. Look at that. As soon as you share the show. Thank you. Hey, Infeld, before you sign off, share the show so I can get 97 of your friends.
Remember when we went out to LA and we opened that show with James and he did all Elvis that night?
And Mark, too.
That was amazing.
I know.
That show was incredible.
Yeah. That was at Joe's.
At Joe's All American, yeah. That was great.
I know you're working on your Elvis songs. You did? Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, but we played with James Infeld and then Mark Gamsjagger at Joe's. We did an Elvis show. But, you know, I can do like 2 hours straight of Elvis. Jerry Prefontaine. Now we got a band, 2 drummers now. And James was so nice that, you know, I didn't know the crowd, and it was crowded that night. James said, my buddy Roy's going to play now. He's going to do a lot of songs by Elvis and friends of Elvis, like Johnny Cash and Carl Perkins and stuff. I thought that was so nice. You know, it helps when the headliner of the show kind of like supports you, because I didn't know anybody at Joe's except for the owner. My brother Danny. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Play him off. All right. San Quentin, you've been living hell to me. You've blistered me since 1963. I seen them come and go and I seen them die. Long ago I stopped asking why. San Quentin, I hate every inch of you. You've cut me and you scarred me through and through. And I'll walk out a wiser, weaker man. Mr. Congressman, you can't understand. San Quentin, what good do you think you do? Do you think that I'll be different when you're through? You bend my heart and mind and you warm my soul. Your stone walls turn my blood a little cold. We need everyone to cheer in between each line here. You know what you're doing. San Quentin, may you rot, burn in hell. May your walls fall and may I live to tell. May all the world forget that you ever stood. And may all the world regret you did no good. San Quentin, I hate every inch of you. to tell you a little bit about San Quentin, being it is prison penitentiary night. Mitch knows this because it's about 10 miles from his house. San Quentin State Prison is located north of San Francisco in Marin County. California's first prison opened in 1851, and it was a wooden ship named the Waban, and it was anchored in San Francisco Bay, and it had 30 inmates. The inmates who were on the ship built San Quentin, which opened in 1852 with 68 inmates. It's the oldest prison in California, and there's a dungeon that was built in San Quentin in 1854, and it's thought to be California's oldest surviving public work. As of April 2020, San Quentin was incarcerating people at 122% its design capacity with 3,776 occupants, they call them. Death row, it's the largest death row in the country. It's only death row in California for male inmates. There's a gas chamber, but since 1996, executions have been carried out by lethal injection, although they haven't performed an execution since 2006. Men condemned to death in California must be held in San Quentin, while condemned women are held in Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla. Maybe someone knows where that is. As of December 2015, San Quentin had 700 male inmates on death row. Johnny, believe it or not, everyone knows Johnny's famous album, recording from there. But Johnny performed at San Quentin for the first time in 1958. Isn't that weird? Which included among its audience members a young incarcerated Merle Haggard. Haggard was inspired to pursue music after being released, in part because of that concert. 11 years later, February 24th, 1969, Cash played the concert that got recorded for the album. A Boy Named Sue, taken from that concert, was Cash's only Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 hit. It made it to number 2, and it won the 1970 Grammy Award. In 1990, B.B. King recorded an album called Live at San Quentin, and it won a Grammy Award for the Best Traditional Blues Album. And in 2003, Metallica filmed a music video there, Saint Anger, I don't know that song, in San Quentin, which featured many of the inmates and security staff. A little bit about San Quentin.
And I met my wife there.
Not far, I'm sure.
She was the warden.
So we're gonna wrap it up. I think we're just gonna do 2 more songs.
Pardon me.
Okay.
Obviously, we could do another whole show of prison songs.
The next show is about songs that mention the guy's dog. So we'll do Trains.
Oh, you know that song, Dominique? Hey, Jenny, Harvey, did you hear my idea that I had for James Infield? Being he's not listening, we could say it again. Don't say that you ain't missing much. Some people might like Metallica. I don't mind them. Everything goes here. We're all inclusive on this show.
Except for Snoop Dogg songs. We're not doing any Snoop Dogg songs.
Fine, I have nothing against him.
Well, do you know how to do it?
No.
All right, good.
Two more songs, everybody. This next one I've been wanting to do my whole life. I know you'll excuse me if I say goodnight. I've got a promise to fulfill. Thank you for listening to my troubles. Pardon me, I've got someone to kill. I warned him not to try to take her from me. He laughed and said, if I can, you know I will. So tonight, when they get home, I'll be waiting. Pardon me, I've got someone to kill. I know I'll surely die for what I'm about to do. It don't matter, I'm a dead man anyhow. This gun will buy back the pride they took from me, and also end this life of mine that's worthless now. By the time you tell the sheriff, it'll all be over. He'll find me at their big house on the hill. He'll find a note explaining why I killed us all. Now it's time to go, I've got someone to kill. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, folks. Hey, if they free me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, then I'd move it all a little farther down the line, far from Folsom Prison, where I want to stay. And I let my lonesome whistle blow my blues. so much, everybody. Mark Pohl from Sound Beach, Long Island. Roy Wilson from the Buzzards. You're in the Buzzards Bungalow here in Comac, New York on Long Island.
With power.
I have full power, full internet. I had a bunch more songs, but I don't want to hold you guys hostage. I think 2 hours is quite long enough, so I do appreciate it.
It's a fast 2 hours.
I wanted to tell you a little bit about Angola State Prison, the biggest prison in the United States. Louisiana State Prison, but it's in Angola. And also I had some nice notes about Folsom itself. Folsom was the first prison to ever have electricity. I just learned that. But anyway, maybe we'll do it. We'll get back to it another time. We appreciate it. We moved the Wayne Feed sign over there because people were saying they wanted to see more of the books. So we do appreciate it. Becky Lynn, tune in tomorrow. Becky Lynn every weekday at 4. James Infeld at 3. So Jimmy, I usually tune away from your show just for an hour to watch Becky. And then Jimmy plays for 3 hours tomorrow from noon to 3 California time. That's Thursdays. And then Friday, of course, Mitch Polzak does his big show. And Saturday sometimes is Mark, but Mark's been putting together a lot of actual gigs. So I want to tell, I love Maggie's Farm, man. I love the Faces, are one of my favorite bands. But I want to tell Mark Amstjagger that he should come down here and do a show with us. And then who else do we have? Monday, we have James Infeld's regular show for his California nighttime people. And then Tuesday, we have Mitch doing Banjo Bonanza for another 3 hours. So, okay, enough with the train songs, the prison songs. I have like 50 more that I didn't get to do. Yeah, that's right, Infeld's, his Elvis show is tomorrow. So I want everyone to tune into that. Yeah, we have a lot here we didn't do. We wanted to do In the Jailhouse Now, Branded Man, I Wash My Hands in Muddy Water. But, you know, we'll do them all. Life goes on. I don't know if you saw what they put up on James Infeld's page yesterday. You know, that famous Elvis statue where he's modeling, he's on the motorcycle, and he's wearing the beautiful white coat. We all know that statue of Elvis, right? Well, maybe not everyone knows that that's James Infeld that modeled that. So they put up their pictures of him. I remember him, he was telling me and Brad's still on, we were at the diner, and he was telling us, you know, how they like zoomed in on his hands, and he had to move one hand like this, but they used his body for Elvis. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, thanks. The Walk of Shame, Becky Lynn.
Was it turning the camera off?
Yeah. Infeld disappears and he's out of view. I gotta stay here for like 20 more minutes. Hey, I see a couple more albums there. I'm just gonna show them quick because they pertain to this show.
Look at this, Mark. That's nice. Is that a new stool?
It is.
Nice.
Of course, right? The classic. Look, I wanted to show this last time. How many people have this album? Just all railroad sounds. Steam and diesel, the sound of a vanishing era. Look, a second one of the Trini, one of my early heroes. And then Trini live at Basin Street East down in New Orleans. Thought she was the queen of the Basin Street scene. Once again for Mark Pohl, folks.
Hey! I was just making another comment.
I'm going to type up. That guy sucks. Smile, Mark.
Good night.